Yes, welcome back to another episode of On The Scene.
And this week we got something slightly different for you.
Today we got something a bit different for you. We're talking about, may his soul rest in peace, Lord Avery II.
This story is a testimony.
Lloyd Avery II.
A good lineage, your family. I just did that, you know, first, second, third. Sadly, there won't be a third.
And I know what you're thinking, who the heck is that?
So you know the ending bit when you see the guy and he's in the car and it's like,
The guy in the red cap that peers out the back of the window and shoots up Ricky with a shotty.
At the back of the window, the ooh-ah, kaboo-boo bar.
That was a mad scene.
but that's the nice one. He was so sexy. I felt sad that he shot Ricky, but I couldn't stop looking at how good he looked.
And actually, let me say something about that, because I've always had a bit of a bugbear here. What the heck was Ricky doing? Hop, skipping a jump over one fence, then decided, now's the perfect time to take a slash. Huh? Are you dumb, bro? Obviously something was gonna go wrong. Could you not just hold it in and that? Get to a safe space before you start pissing up on fences and that. And ultimately, led to your demise, bro. So yeah, back to the story card. This one gets tasty. So make sure you're locked in, because I swear down, it's man.
He was repping Bloods in that film. Remember when people used to do that blood thing? You know about that? Wait, let me do, is that crip? Just because I'm not part of anyone, you know, shake hands, please. In fact, I'm only good. That's what I am. Obviously, in that film, there was bare legends. Obviously, we had John Singleton, may his soul rest in peace. Ice Cube in that film, Morris Chestnut, Gina King. You had bare people, bare others. And obviously, all their lives changed in an amazing way.
Much like everybody else on the crew and cast, his life changed a lot.
Soon after his rise to fame, he took a left turn. He took method acting a bit too seriously.
Now, Lloyd Avery grew up in a place called Baldwin Hills, the Black Beverly Hills. It's quite an affluent area in South Los Angeles, and to be fair, education played a massive part in not only his family's culture, but in his upbringing. So he ended up going to the quite prestigious Beverly Hills High School.
So after the film was done, obviously he ended up moving to a Bloods area in South LA. I don't know, why would you do that? Why would you actually move to the ends? I think he must have got gassed off the film. He must have been like, yeah, man could go there, the man them will rate my thing.
That's where he managed to get a tattoo.
Jungles tattooed on top of his eyebrow.
First of all, I don't know why the end's called Jungles. That's weird. Scar on your face here with your ends' name is a bit scary, but I won't talk about that because I know a couple man in the UK that did that still.
I think that's a little bit silly, considering you just come off the back of a blockbuster movie and now your face is known everywhere. But that's on him, not my decision.
Now, the thing about Avery Lloyd II is that he wasn't necessarily the bad boy in the group.
See, Avery was, you know, kind of like, you know, the ladies' man. He was a handsome guy, you know what I'm saying, attention getter, like, not even attention seeker, a getter. Like, girls were just kind of flocking. He had the gift of the gab, witty kind of gab. But obviously, all of that changed after Boyz N The Hood.
Like, you wouldn't point him out to be like, that one's gonna be the one to start selling drugs and etc. etc. You know how people stereotype? That wasn't him.
Middle to working class, nice area. He even had a pool. You know when man's got a pool in their backyard? In America, you know they've got bread. Like, they've actually got, like, they're doing something right, do you know what I'm saying? So why he went on to go and do a mad thing made sense to nobody.
Now, although Avery wasn't a bad boy, so to speak, he was definitely a wind-up merchant. Liked to press people's buttons, knew how to get under your skin, and was just all round quite annoying.
He was also known to be the instigator, the antagonizer, the sarcastic one.
Therefore, someone who was quick-witted, he had a quick mouth.
Them man there, they just piss me off.
The one that's gonna draw you out, you're gonna get mad and he's gonna be like, what? And then they don't end up doing anything. Do you know? And them ones there, you have to slap them up.
What's the need for it?
I guess in America, you kind of have to have, you know, that back and forth. Which can obviously end up in an altercation.
I don't know about you, but I'm telling you, get out of my space.
He was down to fight, but not really down for the cause. Do you know that man there? That man that tend to run. That was him, until he took his method acting a bit too far, then decided to become a blood gang.
He was never a bad man. Like, that just wasn't his thing. You weren't bad. You grew up in a really nice era, but all of a sudden, do you get me? You're doing up the blood. Do you get me? You're doing up the thing.
Essentially, he went from playing the man, the blood, that shot Ricky, to becoming the blood that shot Ricky.
The way that he was, you know, provoking reactions, creating people's angers inside, building up, getting people fuming, this might have led to part of the reason why he came from a fall from fame.
His acting and music career was, I mean, it was doing all right. You know, he had Poetic Justice, he had a couple other things there, but overall it was failing. Like, it was a sad situation. He's looking at his career like, bro, like, man's not booking no jobs, my agent ain't getting me nothing. Like, it's tight right now, do you know what I'm saying? It's tight. Like, it happens.
It didn't really pan out the way he wanted it to. I mean, his acting was kind of going down the drain. His music career, everyone always wants to start a music career after they've done a good movie. No, but that wasn't going right as well. He was washing cars for $5 a pop.
$5 a pop for car washing.
Deep how cheap $5 a pop is.
Imagine washing car for $5. That is a shame.
That's mad. The poor guy was struggling.
He was doing a crack thing on the side while he was obviously cashing in residual checks. For those who don't know what residual checks are, they're kind of like checks that you get after you do like a filming job. So you can kind of cash them in, you know, if the film is still going and you got like a little, you know, percentage, like, you know, PRS for music and that.
He was living in accommodation with shared bathroom as well. He was living with people that he didn't know and having to share a bathroom with them.
He was living in a shared accommodation with people that he didn't know, sharing kitchen, sharing bathroom.
God, look, let me even just remind you, God, let me just circle back. This shall never be my portion. Do you know, even if you give me 500 racks tomorrow, I promise you, I'm just tithe, bah, offering, bah, and then the rest you get me jeje.
Essentially, he was living to what we call in the UK a hostel. Those are never ever cute.
Bro, you've gone from being in like a Hollywood blockbuster, all your classmates, everyone that's the same age, they have two heads, they don't have two heads, and your hair's struggling. Come on, bro, you can actually do better than that.
So in April 1999, he actually had to flee his accommodation.
But let me tell you why. Guys, he got into a problem with the Nation of Islam.
The Nation of Islam. Do you understand how deep that's got to be?
If you've watched Godfather of Harlem, I know you know that them man are on smoke.
Go and watch Bumpy Johnson and Malcolm X, them man there. They'll tell you all about that. Them man are crazy. You ain't trying to get on the wrong side of them, car Islam.
Them people are on peace all the time, bro. They're on peace all the time. Every minute is always go in peace, mashallah, in Jesus' name, all of that. And he managed to get in beef with them.
It's not a play thing for them. They take it seriously. You wanna mess with? Okay, go, we'll show you mess.
This guy was living knucklehead. Essentially, he went from playing knucklehead to living knucklehead.
Fleeing that accommodation, he moved into his grandmother's house. He moved in with his grandma's house.
And you know what? Grandma's prayers always work.
So you're telling me that my man said, where am I going for protection? I'm getting chased down by all sorts. Let me go see grandma. She'll protect me. I don't know.
Always working. Shout out all the grandmothers praying, all the mothers and all the grandmas that have passed, but I know your prayers are still here with us, you know what I'm saying?
This guy is lost. I don't know where he thinks he's going or what he thinks she's going to do for him, but Jesus, what's wrong with him? I don't know, mate. I'm sticking far away from my grandma and granddad and mom, dad, the lot. I'm going on my own. I'm going out in country, hiding away. Don't get me near this guy, especially not the family. I'm under a rock and I'm not leaving. Trust me on that. I'm not on it, bro. The Nation of Islam. Are you mad? Get me out of that place.
And obviously that worked because he then got some good news, unexpected good news, but he had finally bagged a film. He bagged a film called Lockdown, which was about to shoot in New Mexico. Hey, New Mexico. So obviously he was about to, get me, go abroad, start shooting again, doing a film. He was gang film on lockdown in a summit, one of the toughest prisons in Mexico. He was probably ready for the film after doing what he done. Do you know what he done? So that man started filming on the 14th of July. 13 days earlier, my man done a mad thing. What do you think he done? You lot guess. Write in the comments. I want to see in the comments. You're guessing.
Lloyd Avery's on his way out and he sees two people that are IMPs.
They owed him money and he goes, nah, I'm not down for the tick no more.
They're just sitting in the park under the tree.
You guys run my peas today.
A few bystanders that seems to say it got a little bit touchy, a little bit heated. There's voices being raised, ready to tear.
Essentially, the crackheads tried to run.
Lloyd Avery II pulls out his whap and starts shooting up the whole place.
Again, he's shooting people from the window. You see what I'm saying? He's taking this thing way too seriously.
2 shots in one person, 3 in another.
He went to go and murder Branch and Lewis. First of all, I don't know why man's name is Branch. That is crazy.
Now, I know that the lady that he shot, she died straight away. The other brother starts running away, 2 shots in his stomach, and unfortunately he died 3 weeks later due to complications with the wounds.
13 days after he had shot Lewis and Branch,
He kept it moving and he still went filming.
he went on to film a movie as if nothing ever happened.
He said, yo, am I still gonna film? Who knows? No one knows. Alright, cool, we're good. Do you know what? I think I would do that myself.
Do you know how tapped this guy must be? Licking down 2 people and going to shoot less than 2 weeks later.
God forbid I kill people because that's not even my portion. But I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, if I was to do the mad thing, I'm gonna go to work like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying?
So now he's in New Mexico. He's filming for a role, which is going good.
Now, obviously, as you know, when you're on set sometimes, any type of set, even this set, you might go for a drink either before or after the show. The other day, me, Silver, Ellis, we went for a couple of drinks, you know what I'm saying? So we was talking wild on the camera and that.
Have a few drinks, little socialization, and just chill out together. But Lloyd Avery liked to stay in his own hotel.
Avery knew the kind of character that he was. He'll be like, nah, I'm gonna bail out. I'll chill in my room. And he always used to chill in his room by himself.
I don't know what he's doing in that room, but more time when we get to the end of this story, I'm probably sure you, as well as I, don't want to know what he was doing.
But one time I thought, you know, let me go out with the people.
For one drink, he decided, let me socialize a little one time. Now, guess where that led?
That is where everything went wrong.
Big mess up, beef everywhere. Man's now having arguments with his cast members. Man's threatening all the crew that he's gonna kill them. Kill!
Death threats to everybody, even the director.
F you, F you, F you, F all you MFs. I'm gonna beat your ass and I'm gonna kill all of you. I'm gonna put a cap in your ass. That's what he said to them people. You know how Americans, you gotta get into it. You have to envision how he said it. He was like, F you, F you, F you, F you. I'm gonna put a cap in your ass.
Obviously, a little something happened. He got in an altercation with one of the actors. A few people tried to step in.
Now, the guy who tried to stop the fight also got threatened, and he also threatened the director.
Next thing you know, he's threatening everyone on set, telling them, I'll kill you all.
Kill? Yeah, you're doing a mad thing, bro. Like,
Sometimes you want to stop people from having a fight, but at the same time, you don't want to stop them from having a fight because you could also get banged trying to stop them from having a fight, and you got a fight, and all those things. Like, that's how things pop off.
let's just JJ small. You bag the job, do the job, and go home. You're talking about killing people. You weren't really on anything because you didn't kill them. Joking. I didn't expect you to kill them, to be fair.
You got to remember, he is an instigator. There's some point where I kind of don't feel sorry for him at this point because it's like, what did you do? Did you instigate another situation to get yourself into this, another altercation?
They finished shooting the film and the film got released.
He didn't kill them and he was able to finish the film. Things started to look up for him.
He gets back to his grandma's house.
Hooray. This is that part in the movie, yeah? Can you add some music, Andy, yeah? Where it's like, it goes up and it's like the happy bit. Because obviously he just bagged the movie, he's finished, hey, boom, Joker.
He gets arrested for the murder of Lewis and Branch, remember?
You lot forgot the murder. The two murder thing. Guess what? He got bagged.
December 8th, 1999.
That's 5 months later, the police finally got to him. I think that's even quicker than the usual times because them men in America, they kind of take long. He got bagged outside his grandma's house and he got told, yeah, it's time to wrap it up. Let's wrap this up. Went to court, got found guilty. And you know what? He was actually excited for prison. Yeah, weird. Bad vibes, innit?
The typical thing. The man don't go to jail.
He seemed to think that this was the right time to find a righteous path.
But he thought, you know what? This is a chance for him to change his life. And I think I respect it.
I don't know what it is about these people that think it's fun just to go pen and suddenly, now I'm a righteous one. Now I want to find God. It ain't gonna help you, bruv.
All of a sudden, there's always two faiths that they tend to go to. Either they turn to Islam or they turn to Christianity.
It's not gonna help you. You murdered 2 people and you're in there for life. You understand? You're a part of the Bloods. You didn't. Stop it. Just stop. All the time. I found God. Let me out. Bruv, are you mad?
He turned to Christianity. Hallelujah. Praise God.
And guess what? He went in there and he found Jesus.
He was so down for his road of salvation that he said he has to preach the good word.
He did a mad thing though because he named himself Baby Jesus. Now I think that's a bit mad. Like, it's a bit scary. Like, you could have just said, new convert.
But it was very blasphemous. I find it funny, but cool.
Or new Christian, new breed.
Do you understand how egotistical and messed up that is? My man murdered 2 people, carried on living his life, got put in pen, and suddenly baby Jesus.
Could have even changed your name to Israel or Jacob. Something smart. You know what I'm saying? But you want to call yourself Baby Jesus.
He was doing what he felt he needed to do.
Started doing his, the God thing.
Now this is where things get funny.
Then, right, Andy, this is where you insert the dun music. Yeah?
Fast forward now to 2005.
Shortly after he, goes down on his road of salvation or whatever, he gets a new cellmate.
Kevin Roby joins him in prison.
Robbie or Roby, whatever, I don't know how you say his name.
Kevin Roby.
He's moved in, and guess what Roby is, bro?
This guy, what can I say about this guy?
I want you to guess again in the comments.
An Air Force Academy dropout, serving life.
He's a lifer.
He was a satanic worshipper. He worshipped Satan. What do you lot, let me know actually, what do you actually do when you're living with someone who worships Satan?
Kevin Roby called himself the satanic Christ, blood of Jesus.
Just spraying holy water everywhere, holy.
He was put in prison for raping and murdering
his own sister. He murdered and raped his own sister.
Bro, that is disgusting. It makes sense. You're the devil himself. Serpent. Kevin Serpent Roby from now on. Because I don't understand what he's doing.
This is Kevin Roby and he became Avery's cellmate in 2005.
Now that's a bad combination in one cell. Let me just say that.
Guys, I need you to deep it. So you have the Christian. Any Christians that's new to the faith, they're on the biggest fire for God, okay? They are on fire. So then you get Kevin Roby, who just murdered his sister and also raped her and also is known as the satanic Christ.
On one Sunday, sadly in September, obviously even though September is the baddest month,
Avery's like, you know what? I'm going to preach my brother the good news because I feel that he needs it.
To get into a bit of an altercation, a bit of an argument in the cell to do with spirituality, to do with religion.
The spiritual dispute was so intense.
Based on that altercation that went down, Roby decided that was the end for Lloyd Avery. Decided, your time's up, bro. Finished. Putting you to sleep. And that's what he done. He choked my man. Choked him till he went unconscious.
Roby Kevin kills Avery. Like, obviously he does his dance in prison. Which is a mad thing when you think about it, And prison's just not safe, bruv.
Do you know how long you have to strangle someone till they become unconscious? I need you to understand how sick Kevin Roby is as a man.
Do you know what? All I can think of right now, you know that film, yeah? Law Abiding Citizen? That's all I can think of, bro. That's all that's in my head. Anyway, God forbid.
You actually see the consciousness leaving a person's eyes. He saw it happening and still kept his hand. He rang his hand around Avery's neck and kept it there.
Is though he's choked him unconscious, Roby decided to pick him up, shove him in the bed, and put the covers over him.
Man wrapped up his body, he did the thing, he wrapped it up, obviously put it, and he stuffed it in the bed to make it look like he was still alive.
Tuck him in for a nice little snooze, you understand? 38 hours.
Do you know how mad you have to be to do that? You've just kept the body there in the bed.
In the sleeping position.
38 hours.
Within that time, the wardens were going back and forth, doing their counts.
11 checks by the officers.
They're going back and forth, doing their counts.
And still they didn't know that my man was laying dead in his bed.
Prison is just not a place that anybody should go to. Please, guys, if you're watching this video, please don't do nothing illegal, because prison's just not the one. Look at how their duty of care is on level 0, bro. Like, how are you not realizing that this person in the room who was called Baby Jesus, I mean, did you not think that maybe he'll be doing night vigil after he's in a room with a Satanist? Roby puts him in a sleeping position, yeah? Breakfast, double portion. He's eating his portion and Lloyd's portion. Lunch, eating both their portions. Dinner, eating both their portions. Think the disrespect of this man, yeah?
And Roby even tied string around my man's wrists and made him move like one puppet so that the officers believed that he was still there.
He even took time to write one of Avery's pen pals a flirtatious letter.
I don't know about you, but this story is mad.
We've all been there, stupidly writing these stupid boys write letters in their stupid jails and wasting all of our time, only for them to come out and move mad. Don't do it. If you got someone that's in jail, you know, send them love, pray for them, whatever, but don't spend your time writing all those letters as long. So imagine being on the receiving end, yeah? Writing the letter, then receiving a letter back, thinking you're receiving it from this guy that you're talking to in jail. These times, it's not even him, he's already dead. Can you imagine? Can you actually imagine? Then finding out that he died, you'll be thinking, okay, but when did he die? So who wrote me this letter? Okay, I can't lie, that bugs me. This Roby guy is absolutely tapped.
38 hours later, they found his body. But when they found him, tell you how mad, you guys come close to the screen. So Roby now, yeah, Kevin, Satan, let's just call him Satan, or stupid, in fact, he's just everything. He's gone and created a pentagon.
He drew a 1 pentagon on the floor and he's put Lloyd Avery in the center of it.
So he's come and put him in the form of like an X on the pentagon with his blood as a warning.
And he's painted his walls with Lloyd Avery's blood as part of his satanic ritual, as a warning to God.
A warning to God?
Dear Roby, this is where you went wrong. Who are you to be sending a warning to my God?
Who told you God needs a warning? No, who told you? Who told you? Let me know. Because it's my God that's going to warn you.
Stop playing with him, you know. Stop playing. Because the lake of fire is very, very hot for you people. You actually see.
I don't know about you, but I ain't trying to warn God nothing. I take the warnings. I ain't trying to dish him up. Not like that.
What warning is he doing? Only God knows.
The officers run in, pick man up, take him into the infirmary and tried CPR.
You know what's mad? They tried to resuscitate it. After the body is even smelling.
Mind you, it's been 38 hours. You can physically see that the body is decomposing, but yet you're still trying to administer CPR?
Are you sure?
At this point, they're just doing it just to cover their backs. I'm very, very sure even they doctored it. I'm very sure it wasn't even 38 hours. I'm sure it was longer than that.
It was a mad thing, but they finally found his body and then he was obviously pronounced dead later that day at around 12 midday.
That's the end of Lloyd Avery.
Guys, Avery had a mad life. His life was actually mad. He went from growing up in a good situation with his grandparents and his parents as well in the Black Beverly Hills.
You've seen his rise to fame in Boyz N The Hood.
To then coming out of Boyz N The Hood, having a failing acting career and music career, deciding to turn blood, tattooing the area code on his eyebrow, then going on to shoot people, selling drugs, getting into altercations with the Nation of Islam. I need you to deep that again, the Nation of Islam. He then killed 2 drug addicts. He then got cast for another movie. He then also went to jail, turned his life to Christ, and then got killed by a Satanist.
And that's him done.
And then, you know what, Avery? I'll see you in heaven.
Sadly. Yeah, man, that's that. And that's the story of Balamori. Joking, of Avery II. Mad thing.
That's all we've got time for today. But do me a favor, guys. Let me know in the comments. Today we tried something a little bit different. Some of these stories that you might not have heard about, some from over the pond, some will be coming from the UK. Let me know if that's what you want to hear. Let me know in the comments now, before we go anywhere. Now, jump down there. Right. Yes, no, what type of stories? But anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Make sure to like, comment, and more importantly, subscribe. Turn on that bell, all of that.